video you need to watch to know how to ship from AliExpress in 2025 to Zambia. So in this video, I'm going to make sure that you learn and understand everything you need to know. So make sure that you watch this video to the end. So creating an account on AliExpress is an easy thing to do. So I'm going to assume that you already have an account. If you don't have an account, you can simply go on and create your account. It is free. So to do that, all you have to do is either install the app, or if you got a computer, simply search for AliExpress and create an account. So that's the first thing you have to do. So the second thing you need to have or to do is have a Visa card. So with AliExpress, you'll be paying for the products yourself directly. As I said, you do not need an agent for you to pay. And for this, you will need to have a bank account. Any bank account in Zambia is going to work as long as you've got the Visa card, which is also the ATM card, and just make sure that you have enough money in there to pay for the products that you want. So now that you have got these two things, then you are good to go. Now, the most important thing when it comes to AliExpress is the shipping, or let us say shipping address. So as I mentioned earlier on, they said that AliExpress does ship directly to Zambia. Okay, but it's not just that straightforward. Okay, so this is what this video is all about. This video is going to make sure that you clearly understand how shipping on AliExpress works and how it is done. Okay, so when buying things on AliExpress, okay, when you're about to finally check out, AliExpress is going to show you how much it costs to ship your products here. Sometimes the shipping is going to be expensive than the product, sometimes it's going to be cheap, and then sometimes some of the products actually even come with free shipping. Sometimes the shipping will be cheap, just depends with whatever you're trying to buy. So pay attention now. So how do you ship? So the first thing you have to do is, once you create an account, okay, you can add the Visa card in advance, okay, and finally enter in your shipping address. So enter in where you want your products to be delivered. But when it comes to AliExpress does not do home deliveries. So in short, you're not going to receive whatever you are buying at your doorstep, no, but you're going to receive whatever you're buying at a post office near you. Okay, so now how do you know which one is the post office near you? So what I want you to do is open the Google Maps on your phone. When you open on Google Maps on your phone, okay, search for post office near me. When you search for post office near me, okay, Google Maps is going to show you a list of post offices that are near you, starting with the most one which is very near to you, seconded by less near, and so on. Okay, so for example, I myself, I stay in Chilanga, right? Okay, I stay in Chilanga. So if I search for a post office near me, it's going to show me the Chilanga post office, and the Chilanga post office, okay, is just near Mundawanga, somewhere there. Okay, so when adding my shipping address to AliExpress, okay, I'm not going to add, since my home address is along like Kafue Road, okay, Chilanga, okay, then for the postal code you can use 10100 or 101 101, then Zambia. Okay, okay, so now this is my home address, right? Yeah, this is my home address, but I'm not going to enter in this home address in AliExpress. Instead, I'm going to make it easy for these guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm just going to enter as, so instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter Chilanga. Okay, so I'm sure you can now see the difference. So now on AliExpress, I'm going to enter in this address and not this one. Okay, So this is why I'm saying this, okay, to be much easier for them, I'm sure. So the parcel will go directly to Chilanga Post Office, which is along Kafio Road, which is in Chilanga, and this is the postcode. And finally, it is in Zambia. Okay, so Chilanga, then you can as well add Lusaka since it is in Lusaka province. Yeah, this is now a complete address. Okay, so this way the parcel will go to Chilanga post office. Now there are some areas such as Kawata, Chilenje. Okay, so if you add, for example, Kawata or Chilenje, okay, there are a lot of post offices that surround these areas. So now if you add your home address, you won't know where your parcel, which post office the parcel will go. But if you specify the post office where your parcel wants to go, it will be very much easy for you to follow up and check if your parcel has arrived or not. Yeah, so this is why I'm suggesting that you enter in the post office name where you want your parcel to go to. In that way, it will be easier for you to go and check if your parcel has arrived. But if you enter your home address, it will still work, but you won't be able to know which post office your parcel has gone to if you live in an area whereby it is surrounded by post offices and like not sure which one is near to you. Okay, so I hope you now understand when it comes to entering your address. Okay, now that you've understood about how to enter in your address, let's talk about AliExpress shipping. So AliExpress shipping. So no matter what shipping path method you're going to use on AliExpress, there's the economy, there's a standard. Yeah, sure, there's also the most expensive one. Okay, let me talk about the AliExpress shipping, and for this we're going to use one of my orders that I. So the order that I did, I bought an item last month on 18th. Okay, on 18th June. Okay, and when did I receive this item, and how long did it take for me to receive this item? So as I'm making this video as of today, today is 19th July 2025. So on 18th June, the order was successfully created. I bought something. Okay, on that same day, the item began being prepared. On the following day, the parcel was collected by the carrier. Okay, on the same day again, it was received by the sorting center, and again, it left the sorting center. Again, on the same day, it arrived at the airport. Okay, so some parcels, okay, the suppliers of this where you buy things from, some of them are fast, some of them are slow. So for some products that I've bought on AliExpress, for other people, other sellers, it took like a week for them to finally send out the parcels. For others, they send the parcel immediately when you buy. It just depends with the time when you buy the product. But sometimes it may leave the following day. Sometimes after 3 days. But for this one, the following day it left. Okay, and on 19th it reached there. So then now on the other day, now the customs for export started. Okay, and on the same day the customs they completed. Okay, then again the following day started waiting for flight, and finally it left the country of region. Okay, remember that it's not all products that come from China on AliExpress. Some may come from Singapore and other countries. Yeah, that's what one thing I've noticed. So on 21 they left the region, and on 22 it arrived at local airport. Now, AliExpress, I don't like how AliExpress shows their shipping information. Like it is confusing, it's hard to know. Like for example, in this case, when they say local airport, it doesn't mean that the parcel has arrived in Zambia. No. Local airport can mean, so on AliExpress, when things are sent, things they don't come directly, for example, all the way from China to Zambia. No, they pass through different countries and finally they reach Zambia. So I don't think there's a straight route from China to Zambia. So it's like they pass through Dubai, or they may pass through Singapore. Okay, they may pass through more than one country. And those countries in which they are passing through, they'll be called local airports. And when the parcel also arrives here in Zambia, it will show parcel arrived at the local airport. So with AliExpress, it's hard to know which airport are they talking about here. Is it the airport in Zambia, or is it the airport along the way in other countries where the product is passing through? Yeah, that's the thing. You can't really tell for sure. So as you can see here, it left the country region. Okay. Here again, it arrived at the transit country. So here again is showing transit country. So transit country is a country in which these products they are passing through before reaching the final destination country. Here at least they are mentioning that transit, which means it's not the final destination, it's just a country where they're passing through. Yeah. So the transit country. Okay, so the only way to know if the country they're mentioning is your local country is when you see the import customs has started. So if, for example, it's coming from China and passing through Dubai, it will just come directly from Dubai to Zambia. There will be no customs which are going to be done there. So when you see customs, it means the parcel has arrived in Zambia and now ZRA is working on that parcel. So this is how you know that the parcel has now arrived in the country, when you see the import customs has started. So the parcel arrived in Zambia on July 2 and it took 8 days for the customs just to begin. Okay, and the customs were completed on that same very day on July 10. Okay, then again from July 10, it took another 5 days to tell me that the parcel is now arrived at the pickup point. Now the pickup point is the post office where I entered, where I want my parcel to be collected from. Okay, and I actually collected my parcel on July 16 in the morning. That is when I collected the parcel on July 16. So let's go back here. I ordered my item and I collected it by 16th June from AliExpress, from the nearest post office. So basically it just took 3 weeks and some days. Okay, let's just call it a full month because I only remained with like 2 days for it to be a complete month. But remember, parcels can take 3 weeks to almost 2 months. So it doesn't guarantee you that the parcel will be within a month. Sometimes it may take more, sometimes even less. Now, based on what I've seen, shipping is really fast from AliExpress. And where the problem is, I think it's here in Zambia where it is slow. Why am I saying so? So let's go back to AliExpress again. The parcel it left. So the parcel left on 21st June. Okay, on 21st June it left. Then it arrived in Zambia on July 2. So which means it took like 10 days. Okay, okay, okay. Let us also mention that these other days when I bought the item. So from this we can clearly see that uh it took less than 2 weeks for a parcel just to move from, if for example, if it's China, the origin, to Zambia, it took less than 2 weeks actually. Less than, let us just say like 15 days, okay? It took like 15 days. But again, we were saying that just from the airport here in Zambia to finally reach the pickup point, this is where it's taking like 3 weeks. So basically, the product spends more time here in the country than it is spending time along the way. So AliExpress is fast. I think where the problem is just here where things are really slow, such as the customs. and also the product, like the parcel moving from the airport to the pickup. This is where like it's spending a lot of time. But otherwise, I think AliExpress is good. It's very fast. Okay. Now, there is something important that I want to show you. So, in case you did not know, the post office also has got their own platform they use to track parcels. The good part about it is that this platform is as well available for you to use and check how far your parcels have moved. So I'll include a link to the description. I'll include the link in the description that you can also use. So all you have to do is visit this link. So it's called postglobalonline.com. All you have to do is paste in your AliExpress shipping number of your parcel. But remember that uh, the shipping IDs, some of them are going to work on this platform, some of them will not work. Okay, some may work when your parcel arrives in Zambia. I don't know why is that so, but others will still work. So now, this platform is the only platform that is going to tell you where your parcel is, at which post office in Zambia this parcel is at. Okay, so copy your tracking number or ID. Okay, so it's going to be like this. It's going to show you the item code, which is the tracking number, and it's going to show you the origin. Okay, so in this case, the origin is saying United Arab Emirates, destination Zambia. Okay, so the parcel was delivered on 16 July. It's even showing my name and my ID and my phone number right here. Okay, and it also shows you the weight in grams. Okay, it shows you the events that happened. So what I want you to pay attention is that this one, the tracking system by the Zambia Postal Services, it shows you the locations of your parcel, but AliExpress does not show you the location. So for example, GBASFY, what location is this? Even I do not know. What I do is simply copy it and search it on Google. So as you can see, this is Google. Okay, I can see GBS file. Then I'm saying Emirates Post, Emirates. So this is obviously okay, United Arab Emirates. This is basically it. Yeah. So this is how you know the location. Then what about ZM do NA? Okay, so probably ZM should be Zambia, AU should be Lusaka, NA I don't know what this can be. Maybe it can be the airport or whatever. But now, since we are saying ZM, we should be able to know that now the parcel is actually in Zambia. Okay? Yeah. But yeah, this is how you know. Okay. What about ZMWLDS? I know you might think as if no, this is maybe the currency. No, this is actually Zambia. Okay. ZM is for Zambia. Then so remember the first letters, okay, I think is the country name. Then the last letters should be like the city name. So remember that the first letters here is the country, then the rest is like the city or the name of the post office. Now, this one, what is this name of the post office? This is actually Woodlands, and this is where I collected my parcel from. It's actually Woodlands, and this is the shortcut for Woodlands. So let us try to search this up and see if it will appear in Google. But remember, if you search for this and you don't find anything in Google, like you don't find any information, what you can do is you can visit the post office or search for post office phone number that you can call any number and ask them that this code, which code, what location is this code for? Okay, I think they should be able to know and to know this code is might be for Chilanga, no, this code is for Woodlands, no, this code is for Kawe. They'll be able to tell you what this code means in case you fail to know what this event location is, or like which city it is. Yeah, you'll be able to tell. Okay, so this video has really gone far. I hope you've learned something from this video. So I actually have got a full course on how you can buy things from any country, from China, AliExpress, from UK, from USA, okay, from 1698, Alibaba, Timo, and so on. Okay, I've got a course on this. It's actually just 350 kwacha, and you learn from anywhere at any time at your own speed. If you'd like to enroll, and then, or you can simply send me a message on WhatsApp on this number, and I'll be able to help you. But for now, this is Keith.